run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours at stake. Going harder, we are more than numbers, standing in this aid. Going louder, we are all one color, standing in their way. Join the army of the shadow. Join the army of the shadow. Join the army of the shadows, shadows, shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers, standing in their shade. Going louder, we are all one color, standing in their way.
Lord Aether said that you need to summon the next dragon dread somehow. Doesn't seem like the Dragonlands has anything of useful now, does it? I mean, maybe I could check the Noctua library, but Aether said himself that the way to do it goes against the principles that the Noctua knew. So, question is, how would I even go about doing such a thing? I mean, sure, I could probably just launch more attacks and assaults on kingdoms, and perhaps that may help, but it was only momentary when it happened. If it's something that needs to get stable, then I think I need to figure out how it happened in the first place. And hell, even if I accomplish that, how do I summon a Dragon of Dread? That seems like something that's way beyond my capabilities, even if I'm in that state. Hell, the entire thing just seems far-fetched. Because if a Noctua has to summon the Dragon Dread, then who summons Lord Aether? It's surely there has to be something, anything. I mean, Rosie recently got a new form of hers. I mean, perhaps I could go speak to her. That might help give some insights on to what happened. Well, if I get some insights on what happened with her, then maybe it will help me out with, well, my current issue. Also should probably check on the Ice Kingdom soon, but Yeah, there's probably not anything here, but probably should check on the Ice Kingdoms soon, see if they're gonna move by, I guess, checking in with Aliya. Because if the Ice Kingdom is not yet decided to move, then it'd be smart to continue hitting the Fire Kingdom and pressuring the Fire Kingdom. As the weaker we get the Fire Kingdom, and if the Ice Kingdom chooses to sit out of the Fire Kingdom's war altogether, then once we easily eliminate the Fire Kingdom, then we would then just be able to go and eliminate the Ice Kingdom even easier. Um, I don't suppose any of these would help me try to figure out the summoning of the dread thing, would it? No. Um, yeah, I don't know if any of these would be useful per se. Maybe I'll take the blindfold for now in case I go somewhere where I have to meditate. But besides that, I don't think any of my stuff here will help me do that now, would it? Yeah. I guess I just have to go look for Rosie then, see if she has any insight on the matter. And then after that, I could probably go check on the Ice Kingdom, see how things are progressing there. And then I'll be able to decide my next moves from that. In terms of priorities, though, this task from Lord Aether, I think, should be priority number one. Hmm. Maybe if I find an area that's contains a high concentration of dread, like the fountain once did, then maybe I'd be able to harness that dread and do it. But I think before then I would have to make some sort of temporary, at least, agreement with the consciousness of the dread to achieve the state Lord Aether mentioned. Hmm. Well then, let's see if Rosie's around anywhere. Hmm. Where is Rosie? Is she up in her treehouse here? No, doesn't seem like it. If I was a dragon heart, where would I be? Maybe a dragon caves. Or her sister's house. I suppose I'd rather stay away from there. The volcano is not an ideal environment. Um, oh. Yeah, well, there she is. Um,
I was hoping I could get away with this. Get one freaking moment and I can't even read my book in peace. Hello.
okay, Miss Sassy, I see somebody's in a mood.
I've been busy as heck lately, and I just get a chance to read this book on curses, but nope. What do you need?
So, I wanted to ask for a little advice on something that. So,
Okay.
recently, I had a little chat with Aether.
Oh,
Um,
okay. How'd that go?
well, he kind of said that I need to, quote unquote, accept the dread and like my human side and my dread side need to stop being like two separated things.
Oh, don't I love that?
And well, I'm not really sure how to go about that, so I decided to go to the one who currently has dragon eyes. Anyways.
Oh yeah, I have an internal dragon as well that I can talk to. So kind of does sound weirdly similar.
I mean, it's not like Aether's. Well, Aether's just trying to finally be able to pass on. Not like, but
So, did
yeah.
anything trigger this?
Um, well, so let's just say during the little siege I had on that forge, well, I may or I may not have been a little cocky, and I may or may not have got stabbed, and then I may or may not have found that highly amusing, and then my dread side and my normal side clicked together for a moment.
Okay, that sounds great.
So,
Well, if we're following the same principle as me and all my stuff, so the whole side thing, it's heavily tied to emotions and memories.
interesting. Well, it's the one thing about the dread that unnerves me is it's like a hive mind that always tries to take control. I'm not really sure how to balance that control without losing myself. And that is where I'm
Um,
currently stuck in the matter. Aether also said something about needing to raise his successor or something after he reached that state so he could finally pass on to the other ancients. Um, and,
well,
well, I
for
checked her.
me,
Yep.
it heavily depended on wanting to protect the Dragonlands and trying to accept the fact that, well, I couldn't really keep hiding things from Ash anymore. I,
Interesting.
as much as I wanted to keep her safe, there was something she should know, and I had to come to terms with that. So, when you find me out in the Iceland, I was sorting my head out, and it seemed once I was able to calm down, and again, accept the fact that Ash needs to see, that Ash needs to know things, Ash needs to see things, I couldn't keep sheltering her anymore. As much as I found myself dangerous to her and the people around me, I came back, and we talked it out. So, much once I came to that realization, I was able to control my appearance, and I could technically take these wings off. The one thing I'm not able to change my eyes, but the wings were a aesthetic choice.
Interesting. Hmm. Yes, suppose that is helpful. It's hopefully trying to. Hopefully, I'll get this solved before the final battle or whatever's gonna go down.
I sure fucking
But
hope so, because a new transformation on your side would be absolutely fabulous.
uh, I mean, I, I doubt it would really affect the outcome, but it's more so the fact that I'd rather allow Aether to pass on sooner than later, rather than
Yeah,
keeping him here in the
yeah.
staff when he clearly wants to reunite with the other ancients at this
Maybe
point.
you should. Maybe at some point you should take Aether's staff over to see Ray. I know she'd probably like to say goodbye to her friend too before she goes.
Um, there's an ancient still alive?
Yep, the one of hope.
Where? Oh, I see. So of course it's the one that's the opposite. Where would I
Yep,
find?
because Skyla and Burrow, yeah, they're dead. So all
S-
that lingers is their spirit, so their
Hmm.
souls. Now, are these the end of the conversations? Can I get back to my book?
Where would I exactly find this dragon that you want? That you say I should take Aether go visit?
I'll take you to her some other time.
Alrighty.
Can I get back to my book?
Okay, Miss Sassy. Yes, you can get back to your book.
And I'm probably gonna have to find a different place to read if people are gonna bother me up there.
Just go on top of the
Uh,
cave. Just go on top of that
yeah,
cave over
well,
there. Nobody will find you.
yeah, well, we'll see. All right, bye.
Alright, bye. Somebody's in a mood today. Hello, Aliya.
Hello? Why are you here?
Well, I figured since the guards I have watching your kitten told me that she's asleep, and it's probably much better for you to meet here rather than outside the wall where you may get spotted.
Is this
That,
any better? Frost is sleeping upstairs, and I don't want to be making noise.
would you rather meet here or her risk getting caught and then accused of treason?
What do you want? What are you here?
So, I'm sure you're aware that some of the kingdoms in the Dragonlands are making some moves. Now, while I'm aware the Fire Kingdom is active, last time we had a chat, the Ice Kingdom was still remaining neutral, and I was just wondering what's going on with the Ice Kingdom now. Have they changed their minds at all? Or are they
As
planning
far as I
anything?
know, as far as I know, we are still sort of neutral, though Viola promised to help Hathor if push comes to shove, which I'm not very happy about. So some of me and the other guards are preparing evacuation situations if Viola does go through with the war.
Interesting.
Not
Well,
everybody wants to fight.
hmm. I suppose that doesn't make sense. I suppose that doesn't mean I should possibly still refrain from hitting the Ice Kingdom just so we can eliminate the Fire Kingdom a little bit easier for now. Well then, I'm sure you know I'm keeping my side of the deal and I'm making sure your kitten is safe. So,
Hmm.
you don't need to
At
worry
least,
about such things.
yeah, well, just know if it does come to war, me and a few other guards are gonna get the people of the kingdom out, and then before we are forced to go to war as well.
Yes, yes, I suppose that is logical. I figured, I would just check in here, see what's going on, and just get the information before I plan any of my next moves. I hope you don't mind me
Yes,
helping myself out to your kitten's cookies a little bit.
he makes plenty of them. It's not like we're in short supply. Now, can you please go so I can get like the 1 hour of sleep I can get between shifts?
Enjoy cuddling your kitten now. Well, I will be seeing you around then. Well then, that's quite interesting. Hmm. All these dread artifacts, these books. Nothing here seems to say anything about Raising Dread or anything. Perhaps I'm gonna have to do what Rosalina said and just take Aether see Ray and then see if Ray, that Elder Dragon, has any idea of how to do what Aether said. Surely, right? After all, Ray and Dread, well, Ray and Aether at one point had to be created themselves. So surely they know at least the process of how they came to wield their elements. How they came to power something. Hmm. The Ice Kingdom also not having any plans is helpful though. Just means I can focus my attention more on the Fire Kingdom. Granted, it is the Ice Kingdom we eventually want to strike for what they did to Noctua. However, if we eliminate the Fire Kingdom, then the Ice Kingdom will have no allies to run to, which would be perfect for me. if fight both kingdoms at once, that might be a little bit more messy, but when me versus one kingdom, well, it's not really an issue now, is it? However, priority number one is not the kingdom's downfall anymore. Priority number one is instead attempting to give Aether peace. But we will not take our sides off the kingdoms, but Aether's peace definitely a priority number one from this point on. Hopefully it can be done before the resolution of this war. For who knows how much longer this war will go on. Anyways. Yes, doesn't seem like there's anything here of use. Fortunate. I mean, I figured as much. After all, went against their knowledge and Noctua this whole process. So it does make sense that there's nothing here, but figured it was worth a try. This archives will... I'll just keep this archive sealed for a while longer. No need to move it. After all, it being out here in the middle of nowhere, in the old lands, is a lot more beneficial for preserving these records. As it's somewhere no one would think to look if there were to strike the new location, the new outpost. But yes, I suppose we should head back to the Dragonlands then. Doesn't seem to be anything here of note. Unfortunate. Well then, that was another episode of DLL. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I will put the Discord link for the Legend Discord down in the comment section, so feel free to join that if you want to further support our group. This is Sithir signing out. Peace.